Hey, what's going on? Vertical Stacker here, just doing a little baseball card opening. This 1991 Fleer set has got to be the crappiest set on the planet. Hey, how's it going, King Sniper? You are first in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in. I don't blame you if you don't stay. These are like the most boring baseball cards on the face of the planet. These are the 1991 Fleer sets. Well, the reason I'm opening them is they're just really not worth anything. I've got hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of these packages of baseball cards that I've had in storage for I don't know how long. Well, I guess since 1991 or something like that when they came out. I used to buy a lot of baseball cards, and I'd just stick them in storage and never ever opened them. But if you know anything about the 91 Fleer, these cards are basically not worth the paper they're printed on. At least that's my understanding. And as I go through these, it's hard to even remember some of these folks. Scott Erickson, I have no idea who that is. Don Slott, Mike Sharp. I mean, I just I see these cards, I see the names, but I have no idea who these people are. Every once in a while, I'll find a Ken Griffey Jr. or somebody else that I recognize. Yeah, if you want some packs, I'll send them to you. I don't care. You can have what you want. How many do you want? Greg Jeffries, Alex Cole, Brett Saberhagen. He was a good pitcher. I think he won a World Series at some point. And then here's the score. This is the score series. Look at that. I paid 25 cents a pack for these. Clearance. I'm guessing this was sometime in late 1991 or maybe early 92. I'm guessing. Well, email me your address, King Sniper. Just you'll have to go to my page here, and my email's somewhere on that thing. Yeah, 25 cents a pack. You know, back in the 80s, well, I actually started collecting baseball cards in the 70s, but I used to buy them at a store called Save More Drug. And that Save More Drug was just a few blocks away from my house, and I used to get them for 15 cents a pack. Dave Justice, pretty good hitter. Bobby Bonilla, the Master Blaster. Some of these cards were kind of hard to keep in good condition because of that black border. Yeah, shoot me an email. Hey, Mr. Reese, how are you? This is a little different than what I usually do. I was just kind of bored today, and I thought, I've got a bunch of unopened baseball cards that really aren't worth much, if anything at all, from the 90s. And so I thought I'd just open a few packs here while I say hi to some folks that drop in. As I was telling, I think, Kingpin, I was getting these for 25 cents a pack. When was the last time you bought baseball cards for 25 cents a pack? Yeah, I hear you. I think a lot of folks, their parents probably got sick of them laying around, and so they, so they took them to some, Salvation Army or something like that. Ken Caminiti, I think he died, didn't he? I don't know. Jay Bell, Gary Gaetti, Barry Bonds. That's probably between Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. maybe a Mike Messina. Those are probably the best cards in this whole set. And that's not saying a whole lot. Craig Biggio. Hey, thanks, King Sniper. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll send you some packs out. Like I say, I just have random packs. I've got packs up here as well from Upper Deck, 92 Upper Deck series that I have. I'll probably open some of those as well. But these are, again, just not the most valuable cards that were out there. Jose Canseco, you know, he was part of what do they call them, the Bash Brothers. Nolan Ryan. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, the 24 karat baseball cards. Those were cool. I remember those. I'm trying to, who was it? Was it Don Russ or Leaf or what manufacturer made those? I don't remember. I always save all the Nolan Ryan stuff. He was a good pitcher. I always enjoyed watching him. You know, when someone's in their 40s striking people out, that's pretty cool. Hey, Nick Molnar, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. I'm just doing something a little out of the ordinary as opposed to what I usually do with the stacking. I'm just opening some baseball cards that I've been saving in my storage unit for 30 years. I thought, oh, I'll open some up. Look at that, another Nolan Ryan. Just had a Nolan Ryan over in my Fleer pack, and now I just hit a Nolan Ryan in this pack. Fred McGriff. Yeah, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Gosh, those would be good cards to have. Particularly the original cards back in the Bowman Topps era. Tom Glavine, I think he's a Hall of Fame pitcher. Are the Babe Ruth cards that you guys have, are they like the original cards, or are they the cards from later series that kind of look back or flash back to Babe Ruth? Just out of curiosity. What do you have? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, those would be cool cards. I tell you what, those would be neat cards to have. King Sniper and Jonathan Reese, Nick Molnar, appreciate you guys coming in. Yeah, thanks for the email again, King Sniper. I appreciate that. I'll send you some of these cards. Yeah, back in the 90s. Look at that. There's the Ken Griffey Jr. card. That's arguably the most valuable card in this series, number 2. And probably the most recognized name from the 90s, I suppose. I think Mariano Rivera is going to be in there somewhere. Eric King, Felix Furman, Mark Davis. Yeah, I just don't know these folks. I don't know these folks. What's everybody else up to today, other than hanging out on the internet watching YouTube videos? Anything exciting? Yeah, Nick, you have a lot of these old 90s packs. You know, I don't have them here with me, but some of my most treasured packs are from 1979 Topps. You may recall that was a pretty good year for some rookies. I think Ozzie Smith's rookie card is in that set. And I have a few boxes of those that I haven't opened, and I may do so sometime. I don't know, but I'm kind of torn between opening them or just selling them because, boy, nowadays you can sell that 79 series for, I think, about $500 or $600 a box, if not more, depending on where you go to sell them. I don't know if you can get that much on eBay. Card shops, I don't think you pay that much, but yeah, those unopened boxes, they're fun. They're fun to keep around. I wish they had greater value to them. Here's Barry Bonds. I think this is the pre era, for lack of a better word. Before certain, I think, accusations were made. I don't know. But the dude could hit. Yeah, you think I could take these and sell them at a show, but do you think I could get more than 39 cents a pack for them? I don't know, King Sniper. I don't know, Nick. What do you think? Can I get more than 39 cents a pack for these at a show? 1991 Fleer. What about the 1992 Don Russ High Series? I don't think so. No, I think for the 79s I could probably get probably 20 to 30 bucks a box maybe. Or sorry, 20 to 30 bucks a pack, depending on the show, maybe in Las Vegas or something like that. I don't think I could get that here. Let's open up one of these. What I always liked about these foil packs, though, is that they did seem to protect the cards pretty well. So we'll open up one of these packs here. Oh yeah, absolutely. The production in the 90s was ridiculous. For example, this Kurt Manwaring card, they probably made 5 million of just this card, So it really, really killed baseball card values. Barry Bonds, again, most exciting player. Andres Galarraga. I liked the Don Russ when they came out. I thought they were pretty nice cards. They kind of came onto the scene and were pretty cool cards when they first came out. I don't even know who the players are today. I mean, who are the players in the card industry today? Is it still Topps and Don Russ and Bowman and Fleer and Leaf, all that stuff, or have they changed? Like I said, I haven't collected these things for years, since the early 90s. Nick, that's a ton of cards. 4.5 million cards. That is a ton. I probably have a few 100,000, but a little. Well, tell me about that, King Sniper. You were going through your collection and found 4 packs unopened with the little gun inside. What does that mean? I'm not sure I understand what that means. Oh, you mean the gum? Like the chewing gum? Yeah. Topps was big for the chewing gum. Yeah. It's pretty stale now, isn't it? Don't think I'd want to chew on that. It would I imagine, just fall apart and dissolve. So these are the cards I got so far. Barry Bonds, Ken Giffey Jr., Nolan Ryan, and another Barry Bonds. Yeah, the gum was one of those things that ruined a lot of cards. I always hated opening a pack of cards and having a really good, card, a really good player, and it was right next to the stick of gum, because that would leave that gum residue on the card. You guys remember that? That was frustrating. I don't think I appreciated how badly it damaged the value of the cards back then, but it was always kind of a bummer to see that happen to good cards. Don Mattingly, there was a solid player. Good contact hitter. As of, 91, his batting average was .317. Mattingly, Boggs, they were some of my favorite contact hitters. Those guys could just flat out play. Boggs is a Hall of Famer. I'm not sure about Mattingly, if he ever was inducted. Randy Johnson. That dude could throw the ball. Oh my gosh. That guy could throw the ball. Who was it that faced him in one of those games? He was a left-handed hitter, and he would step out of the batter's box every time Johnson would pitch at him. Was it Gagne? He would just bail. It was hilarious. So, hey Nick, tell me about your comics. I mean, that's a ton of comic books. Is it like Marvel, Spider-Man, Superman, Star Wars? What kind of comics are they? I had the whole Star Wars comic book collection, and they were all original, including the, the first issue and all that. I ended up selling it to someone in Mexico, of all people. Some guy in Mexico who owned a telecommunications company paid me a lot of money for the full Star Wars comic collection. I'm wishing I hadn't have sold it now, but at the time I needed the money, so I did it. So you sold a lot of comics, over 200 of them. Wow. So Nick, are your comics in pretty good shape? You just keep them in the little plastic bags that they came in and all that? Yeah, Jonathan, you spent the money on silver. Well, that's a good thing to spend the money on. I guess if you're going to cash in one collectible, you might as well spend it on something else that's going to retain value, right? There's another card mixed in here. Mike Henneman. Dennis Boyd. Do you guys remember his nickname? What was Dennis Boyd's nickname? Anybody remember? Give you a few seconds to think about that. I always got a kick out of this because he played clear back in the 70s. I'm shocked to see that he was still out there in the early 90s, but I think Dennis Boyd, wasn't this Dennis Oil Can Boyd? I thought that was his nickname. Somebody look that up and let me know if I'm right, but I thought he was nicknamed Oil Can Boyd. Quite the nickname. The oil can. X-Men comics. Oh, sweet. Well, Nick, if all those comics are in the basement, I hope they're in a nice dry basement. We've had water issues in our basement over the years, and I'm glad I didn't have a lot of my collectible stuff stuck down there in regular boxes, because they would have been ruined. Jesse Barfield, Dan Glad, and Paul Molitor. There's a Hall of Fame shortstop, I think, third base. I thought he played shortstop, though. It says third base here on this card. Robin Yount, Lee Stevens, Stillwell, Cecil Fielder, Dan Pasqua, Chili Davis. Man, these cards just stink. Hey, Silver Coin Outdoors, I'm doing something a little different today. I'm looking through a bunch of old baseball cards that I have, unopened packs. These are probably some of the least valuable cards on the face of the planet. I don't even think I can give them away very easily. AKA James 615, good to see you. Just going through some, like I say, different baseball cards I have sitting around the office that I bought on clearance many, many years ago. Donruss 1992, the high series, which is pretty tough to find anything good in that series. Jack Armstrong. Look at that. That's how mass-produced these cards were. Is I go from one Jack Armstrong to another Jack Armstrong in the same pack. That cracks me up. Yeah, this box is just all Upper Deck 92 stuff. Rene Gonzalez, Dickie Thon, Tony Gwynn, great hitter, great contact hitter. Hi Dove Season 91, welcome. Oh, Silver Coin, I'll have to check that out. Were they baseball cards or, oh, you said football cards. Yeah, right there. What year were they? Were they recent cards or were they vintage cards? I wouldn't even really call these vintage cards. They're just crappy cards. There's a Ted Williams, Juan Gonzalez signature series, I guess. I don't remember those cards, but that's kind of cool. I'm just going to end up mixing all these together. I thought about starting a big fire with them. I think I would get more heat than I would cash by burning these cards. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, Dove Season 91. You know, you say dove season. I'm here in Idaho, and when I see dove season, that reminds me of dove hunting. Are you a dove hunter, or what is the etiology of your channel name? If you could share, I'd be interested in knowing that. Camp Merker, Lee Smith. Now there's a dude who could throw hard. For those of you that remember Lee Smith, I think he was a reliever, and that dude could flat out throw the ball hard. Ah, okay. Dove season opens early, September 1st. Yeah. Have you ever dove hunted in Argentina? That is some of the craziest dove hunting anywhere on the planet. They have quite a I don't know if they're farms or if it's just a migration route or whatever, but there's some folks in Argentina who just flat out have some amazing hunts down there. I have not done it. I've just watched it on some of the TV shows. Hey, thanks, Nick. Good to visit with you, my friend. Yeah, I've seen those videos too, Dove Season 91, and they are... That's amazing. It's just, you know, you take out 4 boxes of shells and it lasts you about 30 minutes. That's some serious wing shooting, right? Serious wing shooting. Mark McGuire, that's the pre-steroid season, I suppose. Yeah, that would be a blast. I'd get a kick out of doing that. I was down in Chile last year, which obviously right over the Andes Mountains from Argentina. I was trying to make it over to Argentina to do a little dove hunting, but I just didn't have time to get over there and do that. I was too busy fishing. Fishing was pretty fun down in South America. Quite an amazing place to fish if you get far enough south. Dwight Evans, Jeff Ballard, Jose Uribe. So the dove season here in Idaho, I think it also starts September 1st, and it goes clear into January, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't dove hunted for many, many years, actually. My kids do it. Here in Idaho, we've lost a lot of land. It used to be I could go out to any number of farmers or ranchers and knock on their door and say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I live over in Boise. Would you allow me to walk your ditches? And, you know, if you need me to pick up trash or help you with a fence line or something, I'd be happy to do that. But the folks were just super nice. They would just say, oh, yeah, you don't need to do anything. You just go ahead and go hunt our fields. Just don't shoot our livestock and don't shoot our house. And all right. So we'd go walk the ditches and we'd shoot pheasants and doves, and just a really nice time. Now, every single one of those fields I used to hunt in when I was a kid, I shouldn't say a kid, you know, 16, 17, 18-year-old young man, they're gone. They are now covered with houses, which is such a bummer. Such a bummer. Desert tanks. Help me understand what the desert tanks are. You mean water tanks? Oh, yeah, King Sniper, no problem. I'll get you some stickers out as well. No problem. If you have some stickers, feel free to send them my way. I'd appreciate that. Dove season, I assume you're talking about the water tanks? Yeah, out in the desert, sure. So do you ever see any of the gigantic pronghorn antelope Arizona has coming into those water tanks? That's another thing I've wanted to hunt in Arizona is the pronghorn. They grow them really big down in Arizona and New Mexico. Idaho, you know, I've killed about 20 or so pronghorn here, and they're okay, but they don't get nearly as big as they do in Arizona and New Mexico. Not nearly as big. So, King Sniper, are you getting a sticker board put together? Oh, okay. Sure. Oh, that's cool, King Sniper. Good. Good. Well, yeah, I'll send you a couple. I have a larger one and a smaller one, and I'll just send you one of each, and then you can do whatever you want to with them. Nice. Nice. I sure like opening the Don Russ packs better than the Fleer packs. I don't know. They just feel like a better quality card. Kevin Mitchell. Kevin was a good hitter in his day. Bill Pacoda. No idea who some of these. Greg Jeffries. I vaguely remember. How many different backs do I have? What do you mean by backs? Are you saying backs or packs? Oh, no, I have 1991 Fleer. I've got 1991 Score. I have 1992 Upper Decks. I've got. I'll just send you some of each that I have. I'll just stick them in a pack for you and send them out. As long as you got me your mailing address in there in that email, I'll send you just a variety of what I have. Ricky Henderson. Now here's a little bit of trivia for you. Ricky Henderson started his career on a farm team. I believe it was the Boise Buckskins or the Boise Bucks or something like that. But I used to watch him play when I was like 7, 8 years old. And I would go over to Weigel Field, which is where they would play. And my dad, who would always sit at the very top, would point me in the direction of where I needed to go in order to have the best chance of shagging the foul balls that the players would hit. And I remember the cars were out in the parking lot, and it's a pretty cramped place to park. Hey, Stacks and Stuff, what's going on? Hope I didn't step over one of your live streams. I was just bored out of my mind here at the office today, and so I thought I'd open some old baseball cards from the early 90s, 1991. Look at this. I paid 25 cents a pack for these things on clearance. I probably even got them cheaper than that. Because oftentimes they'll say, oh, it's something for clearance, and then they'll be marked down even more. But good to see you, Stacks and Stuff. If you're going to go live, just let me know. I can bump off, and I'll come over and hang out on your channel. Ozzy Canseco. That one came and went in a hurry. Kind of fizzled. He looks a lot like Jose, though, doesn't he? Hard to tell the difference between Ozzy and his brother. Probably because they're twins. Randy Johnson. Again, that dude could flat out throw the ball. Whew! I would not want to be a left-handed batter going up to bat against Randy Johnson. That would be awful. Especially with his basic sidearm delivery. It would look like that 100-mile-an-hour fastball was coming right at your chin. Wouldn't it? So what are you up to today, Stacks and Stuff? Anything exciting, or did you bump out already? Randy Myers, Tartable, Stillwell. Look at, again, so mass-produced that I get 2 of the exact same doggone card in the pack. Kruger, Rijo, Nunez. Yeah, I don't even remember. Do you guys remember any of these players? So Gary Gaetti, I remember Gaetti. Don't remember Jeff Innes. Dale Murphy, I remember. Reggie Sanders, vaguely remember Reggie. Mo Vaughn, I remember Mo Vaughn. That was a big dude. That was a big dude. Well, let's check out some. Let's see, this is the Fleer again. Ugh. It's interesting, these Fleer stickers, it's like they have the residue from the glue on the packs. Weird. Gino Petralli. Who's that? Lonnie Smith, don't remember. Mike Harkey, who knows? Darnell Coles, who knows? Jim Acker, who knows? Pete Hart. Yeah, I don't have a recollection of any of these people hardly at all. Polonia, Blankenship, Tommy Gregg, Chuck Carr, Dwight Evans. I mean, what? Was 89 to 91 just like the worst years ever for baseball players as well? I don't know. Let's see if this score pack gets any better than that Fleer pack, because that was pretty rough. Stottlemyre, Molitor, Scott, Bozio. There's a few names that I recognize. David Segui. Bert Blyleven, I remember him. Dion James. I remember Dion James just because I always thought Dion was a girl's name. But then you have Deion Sanders and that kind of stuff. So, well, what else you guys doing today? Anything exciting? This cannot be the most exciting thing that's going on today. I see Mikey V has a live order hunt going on. That's kind of cool. It's got to be more exciting than watching old baseball cards opening up. Holy cow. I'm going to have a video dropping here soon when I was opening up some baseball cards earlier. Make sure you watch that video if you want to be bored out of your mind for another 13 or 14 minutes, because I have a clue in that video on my next GAW. So if you want to be able to qualify for the next GAW, you're going to want to listen and watch that video carefully, because I'm going to be dropping a big old hint in that video about my next giveaway that I'll be doing. And so in order to qualify for the giveaway, you will need to say some magic words, so to speak. There'll be one, King Sniper, there'll be one dropping soon. I made a video earlier today opening more of these packs. So, Michael Jordan. If there was a Michael Jordan that played baseball, maybe. But I don't think they're going to be in these packs. Unless it was one of those special series. I know he tried to play baseball for a while, but I don't remember when it was. Yeah, King Sniper, that video hasn't dropped yet. I still have to do some editing on it, but you'll know it when it drops, because it's just me basically looking through baseball cards just like we're doing now. No, I don't think it's dead. I hope not. If it's lag, it's just because of my stupid phone that I'm doing this on, I imagine. But anyway, I'm probably going to bump off here now. Just a short stream, say hello, and open some of these cards. Guess I probably ought to get some work done, make a little money so I can go feed my stacking habit, because frankly, stacking is way more exciting than opening baseball cards. I would hope you guys would probably agree with that. But hey, appreciate you folks coming in. King Sniper, I haven't watched anything yet, just because I've been streaming. But after I get off here, I'll go take a look. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks for stopping in for a little bit and keeping me company. I'm going to jump off here and go see what else is going on, get some work done. But Vertical Stacker out. Have a good one.